All right, fellas, welcome back. Hope everybody has had a good, safe week. And also, man, I usually forget this all the time, and I apologize for forgetting. Hey, man, if you're stopping by and checking us out, watching a video, watching a little bit of it, whatever, man, I really appreciate that. And if you're a subscriber, I really appreciate that. I always forget to say that, and that's so wrong. And hell, fellers, I'm a forgetful person. As a matter of fact, I made me some notes tonight so I wouldn't forget stuff that I've already forgot to mention on this little jewel sitting here. But anyway, oh yeah, hang on, let me grab my shop card. I always forget this too. If anybody wants one of my shop cards, wants to swap shop cards, whatever, I don't care. I finally sent one out this week to a feller. I'm supposed to get one from him, so as soon as we do, we'll give him a shout out. But anyway, if anybody wants one of my shop cards, man, give me an email right there, hotrodsmodelshop@gmail.com. I'll be more than happy to send out a shop card to you. Uh, that feller that I sent one out to this week, I think I mentioned that I had some really cool stamps. Wasn't I mean it got them at the post office, but anyway, that he's the one that's going to get one on that envelope. And feller, I hope you like that daggone stamp. All right, fellers, let's see here. Am I going to miss anything here? All right, I said thanks for my subscribers and viewers. All right, fellers, let's move into this. We man, oh golly, I got ahead of myself on this jewel right here on some stuff, and I'm gonna point that out. But first, we're gonna get to the small stuff. My wheels. I had mentioned I last week. I think I was gonna like paint them like a dark color, and I did. I painted them with this color right here, which I really like that color. It's a Krylon metallic dark metal. I like that color. The wheels looked really good, but man, when I kind of slid them on there, they was really too dark. So I shot them with my Clay City Chrome is what I'm gonna refer to it as. Dollar store metallic something or another, whatever. Anyway, I shot them with that. But before I did all this, man, I took this little thing right here. I got some of these at Hobby Lobby. Fellers, I ain't got a hobby shop close to me whatsoever. And that's why I get a lot of my stuff at Hobby Lobby. I haven't been there for a while now. But anyway, moving on. I cleaned these wheels up and I shot them in that black and man, they really did. They look good, but like I say, when I set them up here, they was too dark. So I shot them with my Clay City Chrome. And what I'm thinking about doing, I don't know for sure, but I've got flat, let's see, flat gunmetal brush paint. I thought about maybe brushing the inside of this. I don't know. Right there is too bright for these kind of wheels. I know I'm really sure of that. I'm pretty sure. Hell, I ain't sure of nothing. But anyway, we got our that's what we're gonna roll with. Like I say, I had them dark. I didn't like it. Now, my firewall. I mentioned last week that I had a checkered flag decal that come in that 29 Ford Roadster kit, and I got it out, and I was kind of looking at it, and man, it just didn't suit me for this for this little dragster. So, and I didn't want to waste that decal because man, it's really cool. Whether I'll ever use it, who knows? But anyway, I painted the firewall the same color that I used on the frame, which is some of that Tester's. Well, I can't remember the color, man. It's got sparkly stuff in it. Let's see what we got: our fuel cell, moon tank, whatever you want to call it. We got him painted up. Got our top up here painted gold, testers, brush paint. Anyway, got something about this here in a minute. Oh man, that's what I mean by we got ahead of ourselves. Let's see here. My steering wheel, it come with two in them parts packs. I decided to go with this one. The other one looks so tiny. But out here on the excuse me, fellas, out here on the sides, I use that again testers rubber, like it was like it had rubber on it. That spongy stuff or hard plastic, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I got him on a toothpick. That is not the steering steering arm bar or whatever. Anyway, let's move along here. Oh yeah, my seat. Let's get right into this. Man, I've did this twice, and the first time looked the best, and to me, I thought, man, I can do better. The first time it looked really good, and I kept working it in right here to try to catch these lines, and I kind of I don't know if I consider it rub the candy wrapper away, but anyway, and honestly, it was a small spot. I could have touched it up with some brown paint and been good, but I decided to take it back off and clean it all back up, and I figured I could do it better the second time, and man, it looked worse the second time than the first. I rubbed so many holes through it. I thought, well, golly, man, if I'm going to do that, I just well as paint it. So anyway, I cleaned him all back up again. Got all the white glue. That's what I used is some canopy glue. That's what I used. But anyway, I got him cleaned up, and I think hopefully, maybe fingers crossed, third time's charm. If not, I'm going to paint it. All right, let's get him out of the way. Hang on, fellas. I gotta wet my throat. All right, now the biggest thing about what I said about getting ahead of myself, and I hope I remember to mention something else. Excuse me, fellas. Uh, is the steering linkage stuff. But anyway, let me show you what we got. All right, my motor I had figured to let me get this up here. Attach right here to the rear end with no trouble. So I had him set in there. That's where I set this cross member, and look, it does. It's just it's riding along. It ain't supporting nothing. So anyway, I man, this leads into another one. I went on, glued the body together, and reshot it to make it look a little bit better. I told you about my problem with that clear. I went on, glued the body together, and before I painted it, and it I can get it down over the frame, no trouble at all. But once I put it on there, my motor was setting back too far. All right, now what I mean by that is it was setting back too far for. Let me see it. I hope you can see that. I put these two. I was strengthening up the frame, and I put these two bars in, and I was really considering that's where I wanted to mount my moon tank. All right, well, once the body, I had to scoot the motor forward. Well, if you can see, well, it's kind of slid down. Right about there is where it's going to sit, and man, the bottom pulley, crankshaft pulley, is right almost to get there's some clearance, but anyway, that won't allow my moon tank to set in there. So what I'm figuring, I don't know for sure, but what I'm figuring is cutting a piece of flat styrene and putting on this just to extend it out a little bit and mount the tank to that. I don't know. I miscalculated. I didn't calculate. Hang on, fellers. Daggone, my throat's getting dry tonight. All right. All right. Let's see here. Now, due to my motors having to slide forward and now does not connect to the rear end, I'm going to have to make me a little drive shaft, coupler, whatever you want to call it. It ain't going to be much, I can tell you that. Once I figure out how long it needs to be, this is way too long. It's probably going to be somewhat. Y'all just seen it. You'll see it again here in a second. But anyway, I took a piece of flat styrene and capped it off on this end to put a pin in and the other end. Once I figure out how long it needs to be, and do the same thing on that, I just put a hole in the center to connect to the rear end. All right, with that out of the way, before I forget that, let's see here. Am I ready to flip this up? Yes. Oh, wait a minute. All right. After I painted it silver, man, I'm not going to put a whole lot of decals on it, but I did want these Kent Fuller Chassis Company decals on it. So, let's see here. Right here. I wish they had them in like black, but that's your three colors. The color I went with is blue because it's a darker color, and that's kind of what I wanted. But anyway, uh, why I'm showing this is before anybody says, "Man, your decals is running crooked," right here. That's the way they are. Chassis company is straight across, and you can see right there. But anyway, something else is these little black dots. If I hold it up here really close, you can see a really faint needle. You know, like on a gauge. I guess that's your gauges, and man, I don't know if I'll even use any of them because to me they look like black dots. But these Clay Smith cams, these right here, or these two right here, they will go on there. I love them little fellers. Hell, I've got a tattoo on my leg of this little feller. All right, and these Holly decals, they will go on, and this pure decal, it will go on. I know I'm going to use those for sure. All right, and something else, if I did put these class decals on, what class would it be? I mean, it's a Cadillac, 6 carburetors. I don't know. Hell, I'm sure it don't fit no kind of class. But anyway, let's see here. Let me pull the motor here right quick, and I'll show you what I forgot to tell you. There's our motor. We got him assembled up. I haven't put the distributor in yet. Uh, I think I don't think it was together last week. I don't think maybe just the block. But anyway, that's what we got going on there. Man, I like those. I like doing that to the headers. That made the headers look a little bit better than what they did. All right, now let's see here. I showed you I added some bars to strengthen it up, and what I forgot to mention last week is back here. This was really squishy back here too. So this is all one piece. No, yeah, maybe hell, I don't know. Anyway, this is the bar that was on this part, but I had another bar, and then I got to looking at the way the seat mounted, which was just kind of gluing back here, and he hangs there on imagination. What I did was I figured, damn, I might have missed that. I think I got it. But anyway, I added a bar up here. I don't know if you can see it. I added a bar up here for the front part of the seat to set on. Let's see here, like this part right here. That's what that bar is. It's what it's supposed to be for anyway. I hope it works out. Let's see here, fellers. I think that's about everything I have for this week. Haven't really haven't really gotten a whole lot done, but anyway, fellers, I guess that's it. Everybody have a good, safe weekend. Which, after saying that, we're supposed to have some big storms rolling in through here later on this evening, hour, 2, 3 hours. 8, 9, 10 o'clock tonight. So that's one reason I went on and got on this, but just in case we lose electric tonight. Anyway, fellas, let's see here. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. And also, I shared a video in a post earlier. Y'all go check that out. It's called Spirits of Tyrone. I believe that's the name of the video. But anyway, I shared it in a post, and hell, check it out. All right, fellas. With all that, man, I hope everybody has a good, safe weekend and a good, safe week coming up. And prayers for everybody that needs them. Well, everybody needs them. Prayers for everybody. All right. And again, man, if you stopped by and checked out the video, I really appreciate that. And hell, you subscribers, man, y'all mean the world. You got no idea that makes a feller feel good when he gains one subscriber. Here lately, I gain one, lose one, gain one, lose one, but it ain't no big deal. Even if you don't subscribe, I don't care, fellas. Thank you for watching the video. Everybody have a good, safe weekend and a good, safe week coming up. And fellas, we'll catch you on the next one. Y'all have a good one.